Hi, welcome back to another video for the cloud series. Today we're going to go over cloud security assessments and a few tools using those, particularly AlienVault and Nessus, which I have used in other videos, but in this time we're going to use it under the guise of the cloud. Now, first, what I'm going to do is conduct a software vulnerability scan using AlienVault. I'm just going to conduct it using a damn vulnerable web application using a software vulnerability scanner, right? And some cloud security considerations, risk register, which I actually have in my GitHub uh, to my Google Drive to take a look at risk, risk register that I've done. Security patches and application as far as the cloud is concerned, default accounts, packs and security tools, and cloud service models on security implementation. Right, but just pretty much what I want to do now is just pretty much define it to describe some cloud security considerations, as I mentioned, and conducting that software vulnerability scan I mentioned using AlienVault. So let's actually swivel over to Win 10 so we can actually use it. Now, as I mentioned in the other video when I used this tool before, pretty much a free open source tool or application rather that can be used by any security professional to practice and enhance to have a better secure legal infrastructure. All right. Let's see. Actually, open up here. Actually, before I do that, let me take a look here. Make sure the proper things are in place for us. Right, because what I have to do is to make sure that the host an Apache web application on Windows, right? Or sometimes if you're using Linux, you do this as well. Those OSs, because this application just also configures pretty much the necessary MySQL database for the install. So in the infrastructure, the application looks like it's already installed into the. Sometimes I have to install it into the lab environment. It's like it's already installed, but I got to make sure I'm running Apache on my MySQL, so everything will run properly when I run it scanned. All right. Now, let me take a look at these devices here. Okay, perfect. So what I'm looking for now when I brought it back up is for these specific services, right? As you can see that it shows the particular ports, right? The 3306, the 80, the 443, right? Now, it's important for these to be open for the tool I'm going to use for it to function properly, because port 80 and port 443, they're used for web application traffic on the network, where port 80 uses the HTTP protocol and port 443 uses the HTTPS protocol, the hypertext transfer protocol and protocol with security. Right, so the HTTPS protocol is just more secure as it encrypts the network, as we all know, whereas the HTTP does not encrypt the traffic, long story short. So let's minimize this and let's open Microsoft Edge back up. And we're actually going to head to the site. All right, perfect. Again, never. All right, perfect. As we can see everything here, let's actually head to security. Right. Oh, that was pretty quick. All right, so it has several security levels, right, as you can see here, right, and these levels can be changed depending on the type of security exercise that needs to be conducted. You have low, medium, high, and possible. So now I'm going to actually conduct the scan here. All right, so actually, let me take a look at. So I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to swivel over to another server. Let me swivel over to DMO1 here. Let's see. All right, perfect. And this, open this up here. Perfect. Okay. There we go. All right. Log in. Perfect. Let's take a look at the vulnerabilities. Now, this could be AlienVault can be used for like several different types of vulnerability scans, right? But what I'm going to do is just do a software vulnerability scan, right? And then let's take a look at our did it go here? There it is. Scan job. Perfect. Let's do a new one. And actually, before I just thought about it, let me go back here before I continue. Do low because I forgot to submit it. All right. So let's hit submit. And then let me pull it back over to where I'm supposed to be. All right, perfect. So now I can continue. So let's take a look here. All right. So there it is. All right. And let's see the sensor. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Everything else looks pretty good. So and now to not see why everything is going slow. Let's do that host there. Right. Then let's hit save. Gonna make sure I completed before I continue. Now the IP address I entered was Win10's IP address, which is hosting now the DBWA application. So now I see the scan I just created. So I'm just gonna click on it here. Right. I'm just gonna click over, then click back. Okay. Should be open unit for me. Okay, let's refresh. All right, so the scan has been completed. So I'm going to take a look at the report here in PDF. Okay, perfect. All right, so now just the scan has been conducted, right? So the report that we see before us with 40 pages automatically generated, right, to display all of the vulnerabilities that were detected, at least on the DBWA, right? And this specific report can be used by cloud security folks, professionals as well, to like rectify newly discovered vulnerabilities. Obviously, there would be probably better tools that would be used, but this is one of the free open source tools that can be used, right? And this report, in a report, it may suggest rectification, right, of the vulnerability is also generated as well, right? So we have a serious one here, end of life, for the open secure socket layer, nonetheless. But nonetheless, I just wanted to showcase how AlienVault could be used with DBWA in order to conduct a software vulnerability scan using AlienVault here. So now what I'm going to do is, like I mentioned earlier, there we go. All right, so now I'm just going to conduct a software vulnerability scan using Nessus again. Another tool I've used before in other videos, which is a vulnerability scanner used to conduct a software vulnerability scan on the then vulnerable web application, right? And this is pretty much similar. It's not the same exact concept for the most part, right? So I'm actually going to swivel back over to Win10, right? And this it also follows the same concept for the XAMPP right control panel, right? This should still be open from previously, right? Running Apache and MySQL, right? All right, perfect. So we got that going, and we actually need to head to another site here. Let's open this up. That is not right. There we go. May give me an error message about the site being secure, but we don't care here. Yep, it did. Let's try it again. All right, let's fix this. All right, there we go. Continue. Now, even though it has the error message that the connection not secure, it can be pretty much ignored again because of course we're in the confines of the lab, but also the website uses a self-signed web certificate, right? So in the product environment, a third-party certificate uh, is installed, right, to ensure the website can be accessed securely if it ever goes. There it is. All right, perfect. So let's do. Okay. It. All right, so now that we're logged in, actually going to make sure we can perform a new scan. Let me actually, before I continue, let me do that. There we go. Go ahead and perform a new scan. We're going to do a web application test here. Okay. All right, perfect. So now we have the scanner window up here, and we're going to do, let's see, where is it here? Looking for a web application test. There it is. Perfect. Right there in front of me. All right. So of course we can't. So what else is new, right? And our target, right? There we go. Same target as before. And let's see. Now this specific IP address, right, is this, we're going to add it to the target scan, which is the Win10 machine, the one that we're currently using, which is also hosting a DBWA application. Just wanted to put that out there. So we're just going to hit save, and then we should be able to see it. Yeah, that one there, and then we can actually launch it. All right, and it should take just a moment for the scan to complete. Right, then we'll be able to take a look at the report menu through hypertext markup language or HTML to take a look at that report that was generated. Okay. All right, so the scan has been completed, and we have quite a bit of vulnerabilities found. Not too many critical, but nonetheless, we're going to take a look at the report again in the HTML. And executive, yeah, that's fine. Let's generate that. All right, take a look. All right, now as we can see, Nessus detected, as I mentioned, multiple vulnerabilities, right? And the majority of these being, let's see, looks like the majority is kind of sort of, yeah, okay, the medium tab really. And then after that, the info tab. Now, typically, I would, of course, hope to see potentially a few low or medium risk. Looks like medium risk beats out everyone by quite a bit, or no errors in the report. Really, now they're preventable vulnerabilities detected. I can then use this to escalate to the correct channel inside of my enterprise or organization and review these in more detail for potential security fixes. Of course, and most of the time they're pretty easy to fix. But I just wanted to again showcase this as far as the vulnerability scan and what it looks like. Because these, while I'm using these in Windows, I can also apply these to cloud usage as well, which I'll actually do that in another video. Just wanted to do more of a general overview, as I mentioned a few videos ago. Right, but nonetheless, we conducted a software vulnerability scan using AlienVault. We also conducted a second vulnerability scan using Nessus as well for our cloud security assessment with our tools. And on the next video, this was fun. On the next video, we're actually going to go over incident response procedures. That's also going to be even more fun. Can't wait to see you there. Hope to see you there. In the meantime, stay curious, stay secure.